All right. We got a game for you today. We have Cheeseburgers playing as the Sicilians. And I know that Sicilians get a lot of hate, but I really do like Sicilians. I think there's some really cool elements that this Civ has. Maybe they're not the strongest at the moment. And look at this wholesome stuff. And hopefully in this game we're going to see some of those elements. Cheeseburgers described this game to me as a forward into First Crusade. First Crusade is the unique tech of Sicilians, which allows them to get 5 sergeants from each TC up to a total number of 35. So that's a lot of military that you can get all at once. And with that, let's take a quick look at Burger's opponent. He is playing against Chimp Sky as the Franks. Franks probably has a much better win percentage in this particular situation than Sicilians, that's for sure. And killing his board. Good, some eco stuff going on over here. And whoa! Oh, got him! Got him! Send him back home! Send him back home! Why aren't you? What? You got his. Oh no! He being a wholesome individual. Cheeseburger got class. This is a classy move right here. So Cheeseburgers is saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally ran into your sheep, sir. Let me please provide these nice, delicious edible goats for you to be consumed." And Chimps guy's loving this. You know, for the most time, I'm a lamer boy. I'm not gonna lie. I do like laming. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. If I get lamed, I enjoy that as well because now all of a sudden the build that I want to do, I have to adapt. I have to change. I have to do something different. There are some strategies, however, like Fast Feudal into Resign, in which I purposely did not lame my opponent. I would indicate where their deer was and that I could have lamed it but didn't. Or I would actually send their sheep back to them when scouted. It's all part of the strat. It's all fun. It's all good. If you like playing more wholesomely like Cheeseburgers, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. Actually, I commend you for it. Play your game the way you want to play it. And don't criticize other people for playing the game the way they want to play it. I oftentimes hear very, very positive reviews about the Teutonic Fortress formation. I actually still have one in the queue for today. Ooh! We got a little drush going on over here. And sometimes I hear really, really negative reviews. Oh, it's just turtling. Blah, blah, blah. But you know, just because that's not the way that you play the game, it doesn't mean that other players can't enjoy that way of playing. I go hyper aggressive in a lot of matchups, and I'm learning. I'm struggling through some strategies that I've been working on that require more eco. I'm not an eco player. I'm like Huang in that regard. I'm just like, send it. Just send it. Who needs villagers? Who needs multiple town centers? I have one. I'll just crank out villagers whenever I can. But this drush doesn't look like it's going to be able to do a whole bunch of damage. Although if this berry bush does get fully consumed, could actually get some damage. I really hope that this is not the forwards that Cheeseburgers was describing previously. And yeah, this woodline's going to be walled in as well. I wonder if he realizes that this berry bush is actually quite low. He could actually Hawkeye. He could like watch it like a hawk. It's, I think, the expression I was going to go for. And this in itself has made this lumber camp really inefficient because these villagers cannot walk around here very easily. So in a sense, this drush has done something. It also definitely slowed down Cheeseburgers' feudal time. But if he can get his walls up at home, I think it's worth it. Wow, not sparing any expense, going for 5 villagers to wall up his base at home. Alright, I see you, Cheeseburgers, but now he's fully walled, and he's going to be able to just boom and hopefully go fast castle behind this. Meanwhile, this rush, not really doing much, and okay, Chimps guy is on the ball immediately once that berry bush was out of food, built a palisade on top of it. Let's see if there's any thing that can be done with this rush. I wonder if these scouts are even going to spend any attention on it. Doesn't look like it. House walling behind. Yeah, you can basically keep this safe with not too many issues. Pumping out 1 or 2 spears, putting them in this back area. The only area that's kind of exposed is over here, actually, because this is quite a far distance for those villagers to walk. I guess here, too, would be a good spot to hit. That's actually also not terrible. There's not a lot of villagers over there either. And actually, this could lead to... Oh, he didn't commit. He didn't fully commit. Why? Because this Drush is still here. I'm actually going to be able to pick off a scout. Numbers is such a big thing in this game. I'm realizing that more and more every single day. If you have numbers, it doesn't even matter if your units are weaker. If you have a numbers advantage, you'll probably win the engagement, as long as you have a significant numbers advantage. If you have 1 fully upgraded ARB versus 6 scouts, guess who's going to win that every single time? The 6 scouts. Doesn't matter the upgrades. What matters is the mass, the ball that you create. At least I think so. Maybe you guys want to tell me how that is wrong, which I'm totally open to. I am more than happy to be wrong on many of things, on plenty of things. And it does look like these guys are going to try and get through here, and that's actually very nice. Quick walling stuff. These spears are just walking all the way around. You cannot be here. We poke you with our pokey sticks. Castle now. So I wonder if that was the failed forward, because that, in my opinion, was not really a forward. The way... Oh, could be an overchop at some point. The way I see a forward is you drop down like 2 archery ranges, or you drop down a dungeon or something in that nature, and then you make it happen that way. A Drush forward... The Drush didn't do anything. I give him that. The Drush didn't do very much, and these spears should definitely be moving. Oh no, you protected so well, and okay, there you go. Put these spears forward, please. Yes, thank you. And see if you can get some damage in over there. You just have to keep running that away. And that's good defense. Got to Castle Age relatively unscathed, but his opponent is not too far behind. Is going to be there in just 10%. I don't know how much 10% translates into in-game time or real time for that matter. Oh, wow, that was lucky. Because if these scouts just made it into that base, that would have been disastrous due to that overchop. I also don't think this is the best engage, but it's only 1 knight versus 4. Yeah, knights absolutely shred scouts. I guess that's kind of the exception. Although that being said, this knight is almost half HP. If it remained in that fight, 1 versus 3, I think maybe, just maybe, the scouts could win. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest with you. And also knight play from Chimp Sky. Okay, interesting. Is fully walled now? No, there is still an opening over here. Could definitely get some harass done on that. Definitely want to look for the openings, but once monks come out, that's not something that you want to be hitting. Even repairing that stable over and over and over again. Yeah, yeah, you gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run. Oh, he's gonna get one of those pikemen, isn't he? What did he get there? Is there a pike over here? No, he got a knight? I don't know what he got. He got something, that's for sure. But it looks like it was instantaneously killed. And that's a good house wall. But once again, this area over here was open for the longest time. And once this monk gets its faith back, it's going to try and get another conversion and has more monks over here. I don't think you can engage this. Yeah, can't really engage this head on quite yet. Let's take a look at his home. 1, 2, 3 TCs. Needs... Ooh, another conversion. Yeah, I hate that. I'm super bad with conversions myself. Does have a gate over here, so can get out. So now, I think the idea is to get a total of 5 TCs and get that free 35 military. So we have 1, 2, 3 TCs over here. Needs an additional 2 only? I think he only needs 2 more, right? It's 5 per... Sorry, let me take a quick look over here. I'm not too familiar with Sicilians, to be honest with you, but I do really like Sicilians. I guess he also has to construct a castle at First Crusade. So that's why you need 5. So it's 7 sergeants from 5 town centers, and that's actually a really good price. 300 food and 600 gold. So yeah, I'll take that anytime, any time of the week. And now he's going to start mining that stone. I also often find myself in these tricky positions where it's difficult to mine my stone, and I want to delete this palisade, but at the same time I don't really want to delete that palisade. Ooh, what's over here? What? Hello? Okay. What just happened? And the villager is still alive. I don't give about you or anything that you do. Why is there a villager of blue in the middle of Cheeseburger's base? Shh, I'm hiding. We should probably look at the main engagement over here. But with that being said, that is kind of hilarious. Also, Cheeseburgers, I hate to tell you this, but what is this dungeon allowing you to do? If you are going to build this dungeon, build that dungeon a little bit closer. I would say like here is a good spot to do that. That way, what you can do is you can actually range some of these farms. Right now, you're just ranging the tip of this farm. I mean, it's not terrible. And I guess it does give you control of these gold areas. But if you want control of these gold areas, then just place it right here, right? If you want to deny areas, house, okay. Also, you probably want to protect the base of this because the bases are relatively weak. It could actually get rushed down by villagers. Do love myself a good dungeon rush, although this can barely be considered a rush at this point, as we are already 33 minutes in game time into this game. With that being said, this dungeon is doing work, so what do I know? I don't know very many things, but if it was me, I guess I'd go for more aggressive plays. I would have put it over here. That way it would still kind of touch this gold, and it would be able to deny some of those farms. Just passing. Get him! Get him! I like to use patrol in that situation. That way they always target it. Oof! Big mango shots, but now they are in, and I don't think that was a good thing to go in there because that is way more knights for blue. I think that, and monks behind that are healing. I think this is going to be way. He doesn't care about his own cavalry though. He's just like fire, fire the cannons. That's hilarious. A lot of scorpions being produced over here. Cheeseburgers definitely goes for some interesting military compositions. I do like that a lot. And there's still one knight just running around in here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Did that villager ever get cleaned up over here? I guess it did eventually get cleaned up. I'm just hiding behind this house. I would like to imagine that he started living there. It was a forbidden affair. There was a woman over here that he really wanted to see, and he just snuck right into that house. Wow, this dungeon is getting value. Although, that being said, it is targeting the barracks rather than targeting the free villagers that just walked by. Come on, target the vills, please. Meanwhile, we have 1, 2 TCs, 3 TCs over here. How many TCs are we up to? 1, 2, 3... 4 TCs. Any castles? Because you do need a castle for that tech. It's getting tons of stone. Okay, so another thing I think that Cheeseburgers could do a little bit better in this situation. Sorry, Cheeseburgers, if I'm criticizing you too much, but you have tons of resources in the bank. I know that you're probably microing stuff over here and whatnot, but you want to keep producing. Set your waypoints over here and just spam. Click, 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 click. That's for all my town centers. But if you have, for example, all your barracks, you can put that on control 1, and then every time you hit 1, you can spam more, and I think that would actually really help you out and increase your elo as well. A 2 villager castle. Wow, you have some cojones, man. My goodness, especially considering the number of knights that's here. Quick wall! How disastrous. Maybe this is the failed forward that he was talking about before. Don't throw these villagers away too. My goodness. Run. Yeah, I think this stems from the problem that he didn't spend all of his resources. He definitely could have maintained this position here if he had spent all of these resources. Because let's take a look at blue. Let's see if, yeah. So Sky is doing a little bit of a better job with this. He is actually spending the resources that he's gathering. But one thing that Sky could do a little bit better, instead of having everything producing from one stable, it would be nice to maybe spend some of your wood and get several stables out. But once again, look, guys, I know I'm giving some commentary here on how to improve and whatnot, but I really do want both these players to just enjoy the game, and it doesn't matter what mistakes you make. I make plenty of mistakes in my games. I'm sure you guys will see that as well. And definitely needs more on gold too. I think getting some gold here would be very, very nice, but he is actually kind of running out of gold in his base. Has he seen this gold? Yeah, he has. So he should actually, yeah, okay. I think, no, to wood. But you know there's gold. You have 6,000 wood in the bank. Okay. Stand corrected. And this castle to go up on the front, and that looks like it's going to be the 5th TC. And once that 5th TC comes out, once Imp is reached as well, the sergeants get even stronger. Ooh, this could be spicy. Gotta keep producing though. Make more production buildings, especially if you have so much wood in the bank. And yeah, this is disastrous. Only a very light number of knights is doing major damage in your economy, which is really unfortunate for you. And this forward base, now I get the forward. Okay, this was the forward attempt with the dungeons. Is starting to get completely cleared up. Now 35 military though, especially if you're at like 140 pop. Let's see what the pop is. Only 81 pop from cheeseburgers. I would normally say he's super dead. He is super dead in this situation. But let's see if he can turn the tides with that first crusade. Oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Let's go to Cheeseburger's perspective. And also, he just has so many resources still in the bank. So, 14, and there's more sergeants over here. And now he has to double click them all to go where he wants them to go. There's still sergeants over here. Don't forget these guys in the back. They're just cluttering up the wood line. Don't need those. Those are for protection. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of sergeants all of a sudden. 32 sergeants. And he is Imperial Age as well. Could get Elite Sergeant and Trebs. Ooh. Okay. 1,000 score behind. But can he make it happen? Also, I think he has much better insight on where the gold locations are. He's grabbing this forward gold, and he'll probably, once this gold runs out, grab this gold over here. The main gold is now dry, and a lot of these villagers do need to get reassigned. I think the idle villager mod really helps me out in that regard. And pikemen as well. Yeah, this is a good army composition, I think. But you gotta keep producing. Elite Sergeant, okay, now he's spending all of those resources, building additional houses, and all of a sudden we went from having 80 something pop to having 137 pop. So that's a pretty big swing. Now, given that these aren't the strongest units ever, getting the upgrades as well, I also think if you have the military advantage, you gotta push that advantage. Right now, these are just knights. They're not yet cavalier. If you force him to engage now, that's actually very, very favorable for you. I wonder if he's going to send this forward or if he's going to send this back to... Oh, no, it's open. Oh, no. Oh, I can't watch. Oh. Not like this. Not like this. And Cavalier comes in at this point. Of course it does. Of course it does. Perfect timing. And I guess now all of this military needs to be sent back. Yeah, that's not optimal. Oh. That was painful. That was painful to watch. Cheeseburgers, I'm rooting for you in this game. Just because I think you're a really fun person to play with. But, man, this has been a rough game for you overall. First, that forward deck got lost. Now all these cavaliers. Oh, send these pikes. Come on, they need to be over here. And the bell being rung. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this TC on 42 HP sums up this game pretty well. But he is sending these guys forward, and there's a lot of sergeants here, and he is taking down that castle. So that's at least something positive. Could potentially take down this castle as well. And the Q from both these players is relatively low. And now that there is no army, okay, there are still some mangonels, but what are mangonels going to do against 35 sergeants? Should even be producing additional. Oh, no, 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 don't let these guys get your trebs. That's definitely not optimal. Nice splitting of the military there. How well do sergeants do against cav? I was thinking not very good, but there are a lot of them. There are a lot of sergeants. Yeah, I need these pikes in there. I need those actually to be helped. Also, a lot of people play Franks quite one-dimensionally. I like that Chimp Sky is mixing in Axemen as well. If you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to outdo them with Paladin, well, once they get a certain number of help, you're simply not going to be able to engage on the parts of the map where you would want to. And now, all of a sudden, the military numbers are down to 14 for Chimp Sky. That's not very high. Can he deny this castle? I don't think he even needs to. I think that castle was built a little bit too far forwards anyway, and should have probably been built more defensively. I wonder where it all went wrong for Chimp Sky. I think it is actually First Crusade that won Cheeseburgers this game. I don't think there was enough production from Chimp Sky. Yeah, 8 throwing axemen in 1 castle. And he still has a bunch of gold and a bunch of wood. And actually, he should have converted into light cav, I think, as well. Light cav would have been great for raiding. Maybe with this much wood and this much food. Skirms could have been another option, especially since your opponent is going so heavily into infantry. I know that that's not optimal because you're Franks, but you also kind of have to play what your opponent is doing. And there's nothing wrong with having some skirms to get rid of halbs and sergeants. Oh my goodness, this is... one thing I will say about sergeant is there's not like something super duper special about them, right? They're not like champion good against halbs. I mean, I guess they're pretty good against other infantry. And this game just took a drastic swing in the other direction. I think First Crusade actually won Cheeseburgers this game. Holy guacamole. I can't wait to see this on the timeline, to be honest with you. And the reason I say that is because we're going to just see, boop, the military numbers increase significantly for Cheeseburgers. Yeah, I think the moral of this story, and I think he just sold all of that wood for basically no gold. That's not optimal as well. And yeah, at this point, GG for sure. Score differential of, yeah, I was going to say, you can't really keep fighting this one any longer. Wow, great game overall. I'm really impressed with Cheeseburgers because he was behind for a lot of that game, and at the end, that final push really did it for him. Total kills, yeah, almost 2-1 there. Economy, Chimp Sky had way more economy, which is normally much better for your opponent, even if their KD is negative. More research though, faster to castle, faster to imp, and probably also had a higher no, Chimp Sky had way higher villager over boom for sure. More military numbers on the field, more production buildings, and Chimp Sky you do a lot better. Cheeseburger, spend those resources when you have them, I think would have been very useful as well. Yeah, Blue was definitely had this game. Look at this timeline. You had this game, and then all of a sudden, bop! No military, 35 additional military, and that 35 military just snowballed into Chimp Sky's destruction. First Crusade is no joke. I want to try this one out myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it.